Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan.
That's right.
I almost stumbled on the intro.
Put an extra E at the beginning there.
Yeah. Tonight is a fun night, man.
Hell yeah, buddy.
We can I tell a little bit about the story about how this came about?
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a few weeks ago. I think it was probably a little after Christmas, this past Christmas, and you had, I forgot how we got on the discussion of it, but I believe Maya was involved, my girlfriend.
Yeah, we were having a conversation in the kitchen.
Yeah, and you brought up, I think we were watching some sort of old sitcom about puppets, dinosaur puppets or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of the show, but there's an old 80s, 90s sitcom that has a bunch of
I think it was just called Dinosaurs.
Probably so.
Yeah.
But anyways, we were talking about it, and Dylan had brought up, he's like, there was this old BBC documentary, miniseries that I watched as a kid, and I fell in love with it.
Oh, yeah.
And
that shit has stuck with me.
Yeah. And we talked about it briefly, and I was like, "Oh, wow, that's interesting. How cool."
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the end of that conversation. That
Right.
was we were talking about that over. I think we were cooking dinner one night or something.
Had some tea.
Yeah, it was nice. And then, gosh,
lo and behold,
it must have been. I think it was probably a few months later because again, it was a couple weeks ago now compared to the story. We're in a local collectible shop that's got a bunch of books and games and other kind of interesting things.
A slightly better thrift store.
Oh, right. And Dylan rounds the corner and is like, "You're never going to guess what I just found."
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I don't think you're right. I don't think there's anything I could
I hold that shit up like it's the holy fucking grail.
And I look at him and I'm like, "Is that the thing you were talking about a few months ago?" And he's like,
damn right
it is, buddy." And I was like, well, you have to get it. I mean, there's no...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is Providence.
Yes.
In action.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
Serendipity.
Mm-hmm.
So this miniseries was released in 1999.
Yeah. The turn of the millennium.
And I have never seen it, never heard of it, I don't know anything about it. But obviously you said that you watched this throughout your younger years, so they must have played this.
I was very young.
Oh, okay.
I would frequent the Discovery Channel, Animal Planet.
Of course.
And I was a huge fan of dinosaurs.
Yes.
Like I'm sure many kids are at some point or another.
100%.
But man, this shit was cool.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I had gotten it before on DVD.
Really?
When I was younger. And of course, like many things, I'm sure it was either lost before or after the flood.
Yeah.
But man, I still can't believe I found it again.
That is wild.
Yeah. The only one on the shelf too.
I wonder how popular that is.
I could only guess. I mean, I haven't heard anybody else talk about it, and aside from videos on YouTube about it,
Right.
But I don't figure it's a super well-known thing.
Right.
But man, I love it.
Of course. I also was one to frequent Discovery Channel. Maybe not so much Animal Planet. I never watched a lot of that, but Discovery Channel I did watch a lot of stuff, but I think it was more, I watched that later, and it was a lot of the, I would say more reality TV show type stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of those kind of I'm almost certain Mythbusters was on there, I think, and the shows that were kind of adjacent to that, there's a bunch of
Do you remember The Most Extreme?
I think so. It sounds vaguely familiar.
It's where they highlight a bunch of crazy ass animals and the things they can do. It's got the green.
Yes.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
I love that show.
You
man.
had to just tell me, describe it a little bit. Yeah.
It was green.
It was green and it was big, the most extreme.
Yeah.
Oh my
was
God!
so
Look at that!
cool.
What a throwback!
Yeah, dude.
Man, TV just ain't.
It just ain't.
It just ain't anymore.
Mm-mm.
I never watched a lot of like Shark Week, but like obviously Shark Week was a big thing on these. These images are cursed.
Yeah, all the crazy like little animations they did.
There's a man with a shark mouth here, and he looks
Mhm.
real weird looking.
Oh yeah,
There's a guy with a pig nose.
it's a gold mine, dude.
There's a dude with just big ass eyes. Oh man, I dare you, just look up the most extreme.
Oh yeah,
for a good laugh.
and you'll get some extreme images.
Yes. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had never seen this before. And again, even growing up, like I never was like super into dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think about like mine was more Batman, Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of Transformers thrown in there, maybe.
The classics. I
was never a big fan of Power Rangers, but like my youngest brother Ethan, everyone in this podcast knows Ethan.
Oh, of course.
It's hard not to know him.
Yeah.
Ethan, like a couple of Power Rangers shows. Oh gosh, what else was there? There was a couple other things that I was kind of a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog before it was weird to be a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. I feel like. Anyways, yeah. So for me, like I come from like a very evangelical Christian household, and so that kind of like shaped the way we kind of learned about or saw things.
Yeah,
and I think my family was even still a bit more open-minded than a lot of the people that I probably gone to church with when I was younger. Because the people I went to church with, or like, in the South, they really don't. I mean, it's hard to say, quote unquote, believe in dinosaurs, but like it's that whole kind of like there was a stigma around it.
I remember hearing about a conspiracy.
Yeah,
that the bones are all just plants,
right?
Like they're just planted there, and they quote unquote dig them out, and it's like, look at this. It's like, oh, okay,
right,
sure,
right. Of course.
Where'd you get that one?
Right.
Like, what the hell,
and
man?
I would like my mom never. My parents never taught me that it was like fake or made it a conspiracy.
Right.
We were more underneath the mindset of the Bible kind of has like vague terms for like time in the early, like in Genesis. So like, yes, there are hard things that are numbered, but then there's like some things that are like kind of up to interpretation, and this is a widely debated thing in the Bible.
I'm sure.
In Genesis and like and what the beginnings of the world is. And so like my family never took like a hard stance on it, but I vaguely remember like having my parents that instilled a lot of my like religious beliefs into me were like, well, if God could make humans and the world and everything else, why can't he also make dinosaurs? And if we think that, for creative reasons, the Bible was the Genesis was told in the span of 7 days, who's to say that there wasn't, more time had passed than just 7 actual days, or all that kind of stuff. Where
Dinos were just the alpha.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Again, to an omnipresent God out of time who is, that kind of stuff. What's a couple 100 million years before he creates humans?
Right.
He says he can make it in a day, but like, who's to say that a day to God isn't 100 billion years or whatever? Right. It's like that kind of stuff where it's like, anyways, if you can believe that there's a God that can create the whole universe, why can't he also, make time a little bit more malleable? Or I don't know. Who knows?
This is exactly the kind of perspective I wanted to get from you.
Right. Yeah, right.
Because, man,
yeah, and
it's so cool.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is like, because again, so obviously we are humans in this time right now trying to look at bones and from, it seems like millions and millions of years ago, and trying to figure out, well, how does that fit in the world?
What manner of creature was this?
And I also love science, and I love math, and I love that like there are things that we can like understand, because I love that like the more and more you understand, the more you don't know,
right?
And like the more
mysteries,
but it's also like there's like a framework to things. There's like things do work, and obviously sometimes they don't. That's part of the world, but like I love that, and for me, it a lot of times it kind of solidifies my faith a lot of ways. And in Christianity, in a one true God that I believe. I look at the world and I see these things, and I see how there is an evolution to things. There is how things happen and all that kind of stuff, and like what all of that.
Yeah.
And it's like that all could just happen, but then at the same time, it's also like that's statistically improbable. And it's just, anyways, right. It's that kind of stuff that's like super cool. And it and for me, I try and believe science and believe math and look at evidence and then try and find a way of like, well, and how does that how does that also reinforce the fact that I believe that there is a God that I think had kind of sparked this into existence and made this happen. And I don't know. That's just that, again. That's where I come from. Yeah. And so, but like I said, so to kind of circle back around, like I said, I never came from a household where it was like dinosaurs aren't real. It's all fake. Right. They weren't in the Bible, so it's not real. It's like, okay, well, no.
Like, hold on now.
Yeah. Hold on now. Let's not throw it all out.
Right.
So, anyways, I think I came from a place that was very open minded towards a lot of things, and so because of that, I also don't think it was something that we talked about a lot or that was like very present. But I knew that I had friends that were very much, growing up. I say friends, acquaintances or whatever they call them now.
Other kids.
Yeah, that were like probably being taught something else about dinosaurs. So anyways, I always thought they were pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Yeah. But
this kind of like crazy speculative nature of like the prehistory is one of my favorite things about the Earth.
Right.
It's so fucking cool.
It is cool.
And like whenever I was younger, I of course you say all sorts of shit when you're young, like I want to be an astronaut or I want to be a fire. I wanted to be a paleontologist.
Yeah, of course.
So that I could learn more about these giants,
of course,
that once roamed the Earth. Right. It was so cool to me.
Yeah.
The fact that we had dinosaurs just gives me a fucking stat boost every day.
Yeah. The fact that they were here. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Man. Like, do you? I know you. As far as like the ones you gotta have like a favorite, right? At least aesthetically.
Okay, so before I answer that question, let me tell a little story. If you indulge me a little bit. Yeah. I knew the popular ones, right? The Triceratops,
all the mainstays.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, of course.
The Stegosaurus.
Also, the names, man.
Yeah, they're good. I can't remember what's the one with the super long neck.
A Brachiosaurus.
I knew all those from like watching Littlefoot. What is the
Land Before Time?
The Land Before Time. I
that was the other one.
I watched a lot of Land Before Time. Had those on VHS. So So I think I knew of those, but it wasn't until after I moved back from Canada, so it was probably like around 2019, give or take. Friend of the show, buddy of ours, John.
Oh yeah.
And a few other friends of ours that we had worked with. John and I used to work together once upon a time. And John and some other coworker buddies of ours all bought and downloaded the game Ark Survival Evolved.
Oh, yeah.
And for those who don't know
that
what
whole era.
Ark Survival Evolved is, you're basically a man strand. It's kind of like, I think it's like an experiment or something. And so like you are a man thrown in this small world with technology around you. and you are put there with literally nothing, and it's your job to survive and build things and make weapons and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not stuck out of time. Like you are, there is like technology and like things around you.
Right.
That, so it very much is like, oh, I'm in like a test world or
an
something.
Artificial.
An artificial placement. But the world that you're placed in is a very prehistoric, dinosaur-infested world.
Hellscape.
Yeah. And so there are every variety of dinosaur you could imagine is around, and they have special benefits, special buffs, because they do specific things. And so it wasn't until I started playing that that I started like learning the names of some of the other ones and like learning what they were, and the fact that they are kind of real
things. A whole cornucopia of these fucking things. A whole
bunch of them. You start off and you could have the potential of getting a parasaur, and I love those little guys.
Oh, yeah.
Or, actually pretty big. Not the pterodactyl, but there's another one. Pteranodon, I think, was one of the ones you can get. But like, there's even like bigger ones like dire wolves that are a big thing that you can get. I think it's the Ankylosaurs.
Yeah,
as a one I was thinking.
The big ass fucking club tail.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was like super cool. They were
tank.
They were really good at mining rocks, as you can imagine. You'd smash a rock with it, and you'd reap a better harvest if you did that. But yeah, it wasn't until I was like playing that I was like, oh, there's like a bunch of different. There's like a lot of dinosaurs with all the specific names. And I started learning more about them.
Oh yeah, dude.
I can't remember what is the big like oh shoot. He's like a water faring. He's oh dang it. In the game, he was always so dangerous.
Yeah.
They've got a fanned back, like a long spine. They've got a long head, big scary teeth. Spinosaurus, I think is probably what it is. Let me look at it and see. But they would always chill out near like rivers and things like yeah, buddy. Oh man, that guy was terrifying.
Yeah.
There was a couple times whenever I would be near a body of water and I would turn my head and there's just this big ass dude.
Yeah.
And the second they notice you, they'll chase you down.
They come a running.
And it was, that was terrifying.
Every bite-sized snack.
Yeah. Ooh, look at him.
How thoughtful.
What a treat. And I was like, well, dang.
Come here, you confection.
Yeah. So yeah.
They're fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah, dude.
Jurassic Park really nailed like the horror aspect of these animals.
100%.
Like, you think about being in the vicinity of like a tiger or any manner of like big cat, and that's reasonably scary. Like, I don't want to get fucking mauled to death by a tiger.
Yeah.
But when you think about how big some of these things are and how all it would take would just be one good bite and you're done. Yeah. Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
I've had nightmares about these things. Ian can attest, a recurring one specifically.
Yes, and we'll get there. The crazy thing is of course, obviously, this game also has like fantasy-esque creatures as well.
They have like a griffin as well.
That's a specific map. There's a specific map that has like fantasy creatures, and the griffin is one of them. But even like the original map, there's still like some interesting ones. I think one of the final bosses, without spoiling anything, is a very big mythical type creature. And then, of course, I have never fought any of them myself, but like the amount of very large aquatic creatures in Ark Survival Evolved,
it's terrifying.
They have some very big ones. They got the freaking Leviathan squid, like the big.
Oh yeah, the Kraken.
The Kraken, dude.
Oof. A Liopleurodon.
Yeah, the Megalodon, which is like, I mean, that's not even one of the biggest ones. They got like a big ass whale thing or something. But anyways, it's crazy and it's super cool.
Yeah,
and yeah. But anyways, I and obviously the velociraptors from
classic
from Jurassic Park, like you said, really encompassing this horror vibe.
Oh yeah,
it can really be brought out.
Right.
So
slightly larger, scaly wolves.
Yeah, and I wonder, and again, I kind of made the joke whenever we were watching this, or before we watched this.
Yeah,
I was like, I wonder.
You had said specifically, how do they know this? And,
I
immediately replied with, they don't.
They don't.
They just kind of speculate and make shit up.
Yeah. Which is fun.
Yeah.
And I said the comment that I made before we even started watching this was, I wonder how much of this we don't believe anymore.
Right.
Like how much.
Plenty. I can assure you.
How much of science has evolved.
Right.
What new
things have they dug up?
Almost 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
That we now have debunked some of these things. I thought that was funny to think about.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, that was a long-winded way of saying I don't really know what my favorite is, as far as like a dinosaur per se.
Mm-hmm.
But I've definitely learned a lot more about them in recent history than I have, than when I was younger.
Right.
But I guess like. I don't know. I always I kind of like the more chill ones. Like I feel like the more herbivore, kind of lumbering dudes. Right. It's kind of fun.
A big old sauropod.
Yeah. Kind of a chill guy.
A diplodocus.
Yeah. Let me look up. Hold on. Let me look up a diplodocus.
The ones you saw at the end, like for the little stinger.
Yeah,
that was one. Yeah.
Isn't there like their real name a diplodocus?
Yes, diplodocus. That's at least the most common pronunciation I've heard. Diplodocus, I can credit my third grade school teacher for.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah, look at that big ass fella. Holy.
Oh yeah, they're huge.
They're huge.
That's another thing that I'm just in awe of is the size.
Yeah,
of like some of these full skeletons they've been able to find. I say full, some of them, or most of them rather, aren't actually on display. A lot of them are kept locked away, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Like in vaults for like preservation.
Oh, makes sense.
But I think they do, they should have at least like a few full skeletons that they've uncovered.
That's crazy.
It's insane, man.
If you could find a full skeleton for that, that's insane.
Find of the century.
Yeah. I wonder how this is where my ignorance for this kind of subject matter comes in of like how deep do you have to go to find something like that? Where could you find something like that? I know obviously this is like that's the whole study of
right.
like
all over the place and deep.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Right. And like how do you get there to like get to that point?
I think there was a pretty plentiful mountain range in Utah that had a ton of fossils.
Really?
Yeah. Like some places are more plentiful than others, of course.
Right.
But we've found a good few.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's also going to be kind of scary to like. I mean, obviously, probably with modern technology now, it's probably easier, but like uncovering something like that and trying to keep it preserved.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's a process for sure.
I bet. I wonder, again, this is all speculative, but like, I wonder what's happening in the, and not, what is the study? Paleontology. I was going to say archaeology. I was like, that's not it.
Right.
I guess like, what is happening in the modern age in the paleontology world?
It's been a minute since I've looked into it, but I honestly I'm feeling a hunch coming on that I'm going to be doing a deep dive.
You're finding a rabbit hole you're going to fall down?
Right. My old stomping grounds.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously I'm not in that world, but I know there's probably people out there.
Oh, yeah.
That are putting in time and work to do that. But like, I wonder, because I can imagine, in the year of our Lord 2026, there's got to be some sort of technology that can help with some of that stuff. Or
I remember seeing like people guessing by way of bone structure how some of these creatures would sound.
Wow.
Like I remember hearing the quote unquote voice of a T-Rex, and it's fucking terrifying.
I think I have heard this. I think someone put that over like a clip of like a rendering of like and I was like, yep, that's definitely terrifying.
That's freaky.
Freaky.
Don't like that.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Wish I could unhear that.
Yep. Now I can put a sound to the beast in my nightmare.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of nightmare, okay, let's circle back around to that for a second. I think on this show we have talked about this before.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
But
in fact, it was one of the first things we recorded. If you remember the video of us, like me, Ethan, and Chase sitting around the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is something I had mentioned.
No way.
So yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Right.
I'm gonna have to take a break for a second.
Okay.
Wow. So that has gone nowhere.
Yeah.
That is not
right.
That's not on any platform. That's just a gem for us.
You've got it in the vault.
I've got it in the vault, and that was something that I did as like a test seed. This was definitely before we started the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think after I moved back home from Canada in that same time frame. So probably around 2019 as well. Which is crazy to think about, because that is so long ago that I'm having this recollection that we talked about this conversation on record, and that was the record.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, you're telling me, man. That feels like forever ago.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess we can put it on the record now. For everyone at home who wants to know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to set it up for you, and then I'm going to. Dylan at one point had told me the fact that that there was this reoccurring nightmare that he had.
Yes,
and it involved, what is the dinosaur? The sharky one.
The Liopleurodon.
Liopleurodon, and that's the one. Yeah. Is that the one with like the big fins?
It's the huge like 4-finned one with the tail and the long ass like
big ass.
Oh yeah, with teeth and
yeah. We saw one of those in the intro of this episode we watched.
Yeah.
And Dylan got the shivers, and he was like, and I was like,
it just fucking freaks me out.
He made a comment. He was like, the water episode of this documentary gave me the creeps.
Oh yeah,
freaked him out. And I was like, is this the seed at which your reoccurring nightmare came from? And
one
he's
of the
like,
many saplings.
Yeah. And he stopped, and he's like, you know what? I think it had. I think it did.
It's got something to do with it for sure.
Yes. So please, count us with the tale.
So, my house.
Yes.
The one I grew up in.
Of course.
In space.
In space?
In space.
Okay.
Yes.
And just dream logic.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm just walking.
Doesn't have to make sense as dream logic.
I'm running through my house. Outside, I see space, like the void with some stars.
Okay.
But also the completely pitch black silhouette of a T-Rex stomping around, outside, roaring a bunch, like pursuing me.
No.
So it doesn't go anywhere like beyond that. It's just there outside my house, and I'm freaking out. So I run to the game room.
Yeah.
Where the back door is.
Yes.
Game room's flooded.
Oh.
There is water.
Instead of floor.
Right. Not pitch black, but the water's like glowing blue.
Okay.
Like almost like a pool.
Okay.
And that's
some like serious backrooms shit, right?
Right. Yeah. I for some fucking reason I decide to try to make it to the pool table.
Okay.
As like a life raft of sorts.
Okay.
I'm jumping.
So it's between the entryway and the back door.
Yes.
Okay.
And dude, it's I can see sharks. I can see these old fucking prehistoric sharks swimming around, and a fucking Liopleurodon under the surface. And I somehow gather up the insane amount of courage necessary to hop across pieces of furniture and chairs to the pool table.
Oh my gosh.
I make it to the pool table. I'm fucking laying down flat on my back. I'm paralyzed. Can't do anything.
No.
And that's where it ends most of the time.
So you don't even make it to the back door?
No. I just sit there on the pool table, losing my fucking mind.
That's crazy.
And that's it.
Wow.
Oh, God.
That's crazy.
I can't do it, man. It freaks my shit out so bad.
How long has it been since you've had that dream?
It's been decades.
Okay, that's good.
Like, I couldn't even put like a starting age to it. It's been with me for so long.
Wow.
I don't know how to describe it. It's just there, and it'll pay me a visit every now and then.
Yeah, that's
and it always plays out the same way. I can't recall any major changes, but I always remember those key details, and that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll never That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah,
that's crazy, and it's even as an adult, that probably scared the hell out of me.
Yeah,
I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah,
a large body of water in what would be my like game room. No,
yeah,
no thanks. One of the reoccurring nightmares that I had before, and this is very telling to probably the same age range that you're in.
Yeah,
that happened a couple times. And this is one of the earliest recollections that I can say was like a lucid dream. I can't lucid dream like on command, but there has been moments throughout my life where like the dream has played out and then I become lucid. Or however you would phrase that. I don't know if that's the correct terminology, but like the dream plays out and then there's this moment of like, oh, I'm in a dream now. Yeah. Like it clicks. Like I said, it doesn't happen all the time and I can't like make it happen or whatever. But like, as a kid, there was this one time where like I was with Batman and like we were like fighting crime and stuff like that and just doing stuff. And I was like, this is so cool.
That's rad.
Yeah. I was just like, I was mostly like, I was kind of just like present as Batman was around doing things, kind of like I was in an episode or something like that. But there's this one time in particular that I remember the Joker had Batman and myself in cages, like in like circular cages, like almost like a bird cage, kind of weird situation. And I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And that was how the dream played out. And then like there was this moment where, and of course like the Joker's over there laughing and being crazy or whatever. And then like, and I remember this because like this is the part that it was like that aha moment where
wait a minute.
Yeah. Well, no, not only that, but what kind of ripped me out of it was Batman says, "You're in a dream." Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was in this moment where I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? And I was looking at him, and he's like, don't worry,
wake up.
He's like, yeah, literally,
holy shit,
dude. Batman's like,
that's fucking amazing.
Batman's like, don't worry about me, I can figure this out. You're in a dream,
right?
You can just wake up and you'll get out of here. And I was like,
so cool.
And I was like, and it was at that moment I was like, you're right. And then I opened my eyes and I was like, wait, I want to go back.
He just fucking saved me.
Wait, I want to go back. I want to go back.
Batman needs my help.
And I was like, damn it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That is. Can we trade dreams? That's the coolest shit I've ever heard.
And it only happened like that once. Like the Batman thing kind of reoccurred a little bit. Where like I said, I was like doing things, but there was only that one time in particular. And I've never experienced, and like I said, I may have been like 7 or 8 or whatever, old enough to remember that and be like consciously aware that I was like, whoa, that was crazy. And like I told my mom about it or whatever. But like that was the craziest part. Was like that, dude. That like, don't worry, like I got this. You're in a dream, like so you can get yourself out of this. Just wake up.
Wake up.
And then of course I will never forget just like opening my eyes and being like, whoa,
holy shit.
And then having the immediate feeling of like, well, now that I'm consciously aware, I want to go back.
Right.
I was like,
I gotta save Batman.
It was just crazy. So,
that's the fucking coolest, dude. Holy shit!
Talking about crazy dreams. But yeah, so that was.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck in this fucking nightmare hellscape.
You're floating in the endless void on a pool table. Oh man,
Jesus.
There has been some other like crazy dreams that I remember after the fact that again just have like crazy dream logic that like I remember. I mean, I can't even remember them now, but like they'll come to me later.
Yeah.
But it's just those like I don't know, like I said, dream logic where you're like I'm in the house that I grew up in, but it's like a little different and like something's happening or
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah. This was a lot of fun to watch, like this first episode of this documentary. It was interesting to see that, like, obviously it starts off with like CGI.
Right.
And it's 99 low budget CGI.
Oh, yeah. I remember this shit blew my mind.
Oh, I can imagine.
When I was younger, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's not terrible.
Right.
It's just, it's a bit dated now. And the cool thing is that they have these, like, it's all shot in, like, real locations.
Right.
So, like, there's real stuff around. There's real deserts and brush and shrubs and things, but then there's, like, these CGI dinosaurs around.
But every now and then, you'll get these close-up shots with puppets.
Yeah.
Like practical effects.
Right.
Looks amazing.
Yeah. And then in real Discovery Channel form, they don't pull any punches a couple times. Where they just straight up eat a baby.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, no, come on, man.
What was that I said? In this world, it's weird rat dog eat other weird rat dog.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. Creepy.
Ain't never gonna catch me fucking around with a cynodont.
Oh, my God. Little waddly looking dudes.
Right. The way they run is hilarious to me. Shim-shamming.
Yeah. So, but there's a total of 6 of these. And I wouldn't be opposed to watching a couple of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think you had said you kind of want to make a little series out of this where we kind of will, focus back in on it. We now have 5 left, so we could watch a couple and do an episode on the next 2 if you want and see how that pans out.
How about that fucking Post-Sucus?
Which one was that?
The crocodile.
Oh my God, dude.
That thing scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because man, that intro for it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Freaking biting the shit out of that one guy.
And the music. God. Freaky.
It's also like, again, I have learned about dinosaurs in school and like things like that. But it's like, and also like the different periods, like the Jurassic period, the Thoracic period, and all the different stuff like that. But it was crazy how like, I liked the way the show like went back in time.
Yeah.
And then like kind of showed us a couple of like dinosaurs from that time. And then was like, we're going like
even further
back. Before those were even a thing. We're doing like the pre-evolved versions of those.
Right.
And it was cool to see like the numbers, like the year number of like, we're going so many million years back. And then not only that, even more than that.
Yeah.
And like what the world would have looked like. How mountains haven't even formed yet. How
ain't no grass.
And it's like, yeah, there's no such thing as grass right now.
Nothing but forests.
And I was like, that's wild. So anyways, that was crazy to think about and like and to see.
Yeah.
It was really cool. So yeah.
I could name a couple more, like at least 4 more like little series like this.
Yeah?
Yeah, there was Walking with Beasts.
Okay.
Which tackled like a bunch of shit like before the dinosaurs. Like stuff from the Mesozoic. Like all the giant insects and shit, dude. Woof. Yeah. That was another favorite. There was also Dinosaur Planet, which was one of the, well, I say newer, but it's still pretty old by today's standards.
Of course.
I had gotten that as part of like a Discovery Channel box set that my aunt and uncle got for me.
Really?
Yeah. And it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. There was When Dinosaurs Roamed the Earth.
Oh, I think
narrated by John Goodman.
I think I've heard that one.
I
think I've watched that one on Discovery Channel probably.
Really?
I could be wrong. That sounds very familiar.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to take a look. And then there was Alien Planet.
I think I've also heard that one.
Fucking love Alien Planet, dude.
I think I've heard that one.
Darwin 4, the planet in question, full of aliens.
What?
That shit was awesome.
2005.
Oh, yeah. Eesh.
What is this?
It's freaky, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to rewatch that at some point or another.
I kind of want to see the one you're talking about, the Beast one.
Oh, yeah. That one is pretty good, too.
What?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, buddy. All manner of beasties.
Alien Planet features a team of scientists and science fiction figures discussing Darwin 4 as if it had actually been discovered. Among these people featured Stephen Hawking
Mm-hmm.
and a few other names of some popular people, and George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
How fun.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, anyways, I kind of want to see that one you're talking about with the beasts.
Yeah.
The Mesozoic stuff. It's crazy to think, like, again, how much older you can get.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking spiders the size of your head.
Nah, dude.
Dragonflies the size of birds of prey.
I'm out.
Oh, huge ass fucking centipede. Arthropleura, that was one of my favorites.
Ugh. I don't like big bugs.
Yeah. Would have been a nightmare.
Yeah.
But man, that's part of why it's so cool to me.
There is, I don't know if this is how it's pronounced, Conguilio National Park in Chile, and the Isle of Pines in New Caledonia are among the locations featured. And I'm telling you, Conguillion National Park is beautiful.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You talking about in this documentary?
Yeah. The documentary.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I look back. I'm back on the Walking with Dinosaurs Wikipedia page, and I'm looking at some pictures, and there's a few like modern day pictures of these places that we had seen in like that little intro sequence of like of things fading back in time, and some of these shots are what those pictures are and kind of what's happening as the show's progressing and things like that, and it's beautiful shots.
Good stuff.
And I think there's apparently somewhere there's a museum or something that has the animatronics, the puppets and the animatronics still.
That's cool.
On display, or they're.
I didn't think they had any of this stuff left over.
I'm not sure where. Oxford University Museum of Natural History.
Damn. That's cool.
So not sure what all they have or not, but I think that they do potentially have some of the old stuff from that. So
awesome.
That's pretty fun. Anyways, just looking at scrolling through.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what takes place. I'm excited and also hesitant to see the water episode. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. No, that one's gonna freak me out.
So there are 6 episodes.
Yes.
Do you know how many times you've watched this? Has it been countless times?
It had to have been, yeah.
Okay.
Over the years, it's easily like double digits, maybe even triple.
Wow. Okay.
But I fucking loved it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I was just curious if this is one of those things that you only watched it when it was on television, or did you? You remember you mentioned a second ago you had it on DVD once upon a time, that's probably goes into why you watched it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Once in a blue moon, I would always put it on.
Yeah,
and revisit.
But there are 6 episodes. This obviously was one of the earlier ones, as far as throwing us back in history, as far as like what the first types of dinosaurs are. Do you want to give me any insight as to what's the next like episode or two to come? As like
I think the next episode is called Land of Titans. So we're definitely getting into like the big
Okay.
The biggins.
Yeah.
Like with all the sauropods and the Stegosaurus, dude.
Yeah.
With his Thagomizer.
What?
Yeah. I'm never going to forget. I will always name drop the Thagomizer as the 4-spiked tail of a Stegosaurus. Because that's what it's called. It's so cool.
You know what? I'm not gonna say you're pulling my leg, but it definitely feels like you're playing a practical joke.
No. Look it up.
I know. I believe you. I just think it's funny.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
You just said it with such confidence, and I was like, You know what?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have anything to say that it's not it.
Right.
But you just said it with such conviction. You could have said anything, and I would have been like,
it's one of my favorite words.
Thagomizer is dead. It sounds like a sci-fi weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to make one.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
You get a big beaten stick, but it's just 4 spikes on it.
That's the other name for my hate stick.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
The Thagomizer.
Mm-hmm.
How cool. I wonder why that name? What is
I have no idea. I never actually looked into it as far as like the naming conventions, because I'm sure they've done the same for like other specific body parts on these animals. But man, that one just stuck with me.
I wonder how you'd spell. Oh, it's right there. I typed in thag, and it was Thagomizer.
Oh yes.
Let's see. Wow, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Is a distinctive arrangement of spike-shaped, osteoderms, which I guess is the, on
some sort of outward protruding bone.
Exactly. Tails of a stegosaurian dinosaurs.
Hell yeah.
These spikes are believed to have been a defensive measure against predators. The arrangement, blah, 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 blah. Etymology, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
The term Thagomizer was coined by Gary Larson in jest in a 1982 Far Side comic.
Wow.
A group of cavemen are taught by a caveman lecturer that the spikes on a Stegosaurus's tail were named, quote, after the late Thag Simmons.
What?
Wait. Okay,
that's the best.
Yeah, wait. The term was picked up initially by Kenneth Carpenter, then a paleontologist at Denver Museum of Nature and Science, who used the term when describing the fossil at the Society of Vertebrate Paleontology.
That is amazing.
Annual meeting in 1993. Thagomizer has since been adopted as an informal anatomical term and is used by the Smithsonian Institute, the Dinosaur National Monument, the book, The Complete Dinosaur, the BBC documentary, Planet Dinosaurs, blah, 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 blah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
I cannot
That's
believe.
so funny.
That's the funniest. For forever. Oh my God.
He coined it in jest in 1982.
Shout out to my boy Thag.
Yeah. Thag Simmons. Wow.
Oh man. Yeah, that's
that is great. That's a great lore drop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think I need to do some research about. Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh man, I forgot what it is. I just recently learned something that put time in perspective. And our time as a human species is so incredibly limited.
Oh yeah.
On the time scale. There was something I read recently that kind of put things into perspective as to like how far back certain dinosaurs are from each other because people seem to conflate the two together.
Right.
I don't remember what the dinosaurs were, but it was like something compared to a T-Rex. A T-Rex is so much more modern than this other dinosaur in question that the ancient Egyptians are as far... The amount of time from the ancient Egyptians to the T-Rex is the same amount of distance from the T-Rex to this other one. So it's like they're far apart from ever being in the same realm or something like that. And I was like, brother, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, more often than not, people don't really take into account the distinction as far as, like, different time periods for different dinosaurs. Like you said, they just kind of conflate all of them into this one little basket. It's like, these are my dinos.
Yes.
Like, you would... Some may put, like, a Stegosaurus in the same bin as a T-Rex when you just wouldn't see the two ever in the same setting. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you still kind of want to see like a T-Rex fuck up Stegosaurus at one point or another, or vice versa.
Right, of course.
But man, I remember seeing a meme recently where it's like a picture of a Stegosaurus like giving the side eye to like some other dinosaur behind it in like the background, and it's like when you're in Jurassic Park and the motherfucker behind you is clearly from the Cretaceous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's in reference to something like that.
Yeah.
Oh man. I was trying to do a quick little search on it to see. I think it was the Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
The gap, there is a staggering gap of 83 to 90 million years difference between the Stegosaurus and the T-Rex. And so in comparison, ancient Egyptian civilization blah 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 was about 3,000 or so years ago. T-Rex existence lived roughly 68 to 66 million years ago. Yeah, so it's something like that, where it's like there's the ancient Egyptians are, anyways, I don't know.
Right. Comparatively speaking, they are the Stegosaurus to our T-Rex.
Exactly, or whatever it is, where it's like this whole thing of like there's it's crazy.
It's so cool.
So cool.
That's the other thing is like just the age of these beasts.
Right.
Is like you say ancient Egyptian and you still got like a rough idea in your brain. It's like, man, yeah, that was a long time ago. But when you think of ancient, like as a word applied to a thing, like a person, place, or thing, it never really like feels the same when you're talking about dinosaurs.
Right.
Like the term, like the name dinosaur is used more often than not to describe something that's old.
Right.
Even people.
Yeah.
Like, look at this fucking dinosaur.
Yeah.
It's insane to think about. Like, and the way that they identify like the age for most of these things, I always figure it's just carbon dating.
Right.
That's like surefire method.
Right.
But I'm honestly curious to see if they've figured out anything else as far as like, even just like speculatively, how old some of these things are.
Yeah. There's also something else that I'm talking about time that, again, I was not prepared for this, or else I would have had it ready. But like, there was something else that it was, I don't know. It was Cleopatra, or it was like one of those like, again, what seems like ancient Egyptian figure. And it was the same sort of like a time that they applied to it. It was like, we are at the time right now where the distance between us and Cleopatra for this reference, is the same time distance between Cleopatra and the time in which the pyramids were built, or something crazy like that. Was like, I thought that was all the same thing, or whatever. Yeah. I could be wrong about that, but like that was the thing of like, again, you just think of it all in the past, and like, oh, it's like a couple thousand years or whatever. Right. But then whenever you think about it, like where we're thinking about it, like that feels like ancient history.
Oh yeah.
And then to think that like the time between right now and then is the same time span for them to look back, like to think that like
what was their version of ancient?
I'm looking right here and going like, you mean those big pyramids that were built bajillions of years ago? Like, oh yeah, like it's that kind of shit. Right. Where it's like, and we're 2 times removed from that.
Oh yeah,
and they're still there. That's crazy.
It's cool. Man.
It's cool, but it's also like, bruh, and it's hard to like. Again, I've noticed this about humans in general, but like understanding time. Just putting a number on time doesn't do a whole lot, but like making it an action, putting something like physical to it, interpreting time in some other way to get people to kind of like shake up and go like, oh, wait, what?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's crazy to think about. So anyways.
I like old stuff.
Dude, it's really cool. Yeah. So anyways.
Artifacts of the old world.
Right. And again, also to think about the fact, like, I didn't realize I had learned this, gosh, a handful of years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago. I learned the fact that, like, back in the Egyptian age, they were making rudimentary beer. They were making, like, the same kind of process, kind of, that we're doing today. Right. They were doing back then.
Proto beer.
Right. They were doing the same kind of thing. They were making wine back in Jesus' time,
right.
Over 2,000 years ago. And it's like that kind of stuff too. That's like, man, we really, like, yes, things are probably a little different than they were then,
right.
But like for the most part, like a lot of it's probably manufactured and cleaned up or specialized. But like a lot of times it's like you drink it feels like a very modern thing to go have some beers with the boys, but to think like this has been going on for, 5,000 years, 8,000 years or whatever. We've been doing,
a long-standing tradition of getting shit-faced.
Right, precisely. But just to think that, like, you can have, like, some kind of beer with the boys back in the Egyptian times, and it's like, people are just people. That's what it feels like. It doesn't get a whole... Languages change.
Some things never change.
Some things never change. And that's cool.
Beer.
Beer, bros. Yeah.
Bar fighting. Beer.
Yeah. Bugs for sure.
Oh, yeah. Bug collections.
Dude, yeah. That's crazy, though. And I love that. And it's cool to think about. And I'm gonna hopefully the next time we do one of these dinosaur episodes, I'll have the numbers ready and locked in so that I'm not sitting here mumbling about it.
Right.
But I can have like the real, like, let's look at time on like a very physical scale, and then let's also equate this to like the dinosaurs of 150 million years ago or whatever.
And then let's feel old.
Yeah. That's crazy. When were the mountains born?
Right.
Which is crazy to ask.
When were the ranges routed?
Yeah. One thing I was going to ask, but I didn't, I know that there is an answer, but I don't think you have it on hand. And I was like, we can ask this later.
Right.
In the episode itself, there's like this 9 months of drought that takes place before this like season of rain that comes forth. And so a lot of the like more shallower rivers dry out, and they talk about that and how it's like there's a periods of no water, and all the water goes down, and there's this beautiful shot where there is what looks to be a river some like red clay and some like ridges and grooves all carved out from the water.
Yeah.
And there's this moment where they're like, and now the rain season comes. And then, of course, all of a sudden, like this flowing water rushes down. And as it rushes over all the clay, it turns this red color. And then it also falls in these like grooves that is all like carved out and stuff. And I was looking at it and I was like, and it looks kind of small. Like it looks like, I mean, it can't be more than probably like, you know, a few, maybe a foot or so deep.
Right.
It's a little bit river. Again, in this clip of like the water flowing in, it's probably going to be deeper.
Right.
But it got me thinking. The Grand Canyon is obviously has been carved out by water throughout millions and millions of years. Right. And I was curious. I was like, when did the Grand Canyon start?
Yeah. How far can we trace that
How far can we trace that back?
You can see it on the walls. Different like layers of stone.
You're right. And I know that, again, like I said, we won't have to look. I won't bog down this episode with it. But next episode, I'll come with some cool fun facts and some tips.
Some grand facts.
Yeah. Because that, again, like that funny clip that we were watching of like the water flowing down and all these grooves. Who's to say that's not the beginning of the Grand Canyon right there? It's like, it's this little trickling ridge. But yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
It's awesome.
And I wonder, like, is there currently water like under, like at the bottom of the Grand Canyon?
I think there is like a stream. I don't know if it's like a full-on river, but yeah, there is still some water flow in there. I think.
Right.
I'd have to look it up, but last I recall.
I just wonder, like, how much. I know that obviously is a thing that has happened over many, many years. Right. That's not just a thing that just takes place, you know. But I wonder, like, you know, how much water, how much water has been around there. Anyway, so yeah. Anyways, we're gonna come back to this fun little docu-series, and then we're gonna have a lot of fun talking about time and and how young we actually are in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Anything else you want to say?
No, I think that'll do it.
I agree. For anybody who wants to get in touch with us, we have comment sections on Spotify and on YouTube, and be sure to like and subscribe on all of the platforms that you can or that you listen to us on. Go to youtube.com and you can type in /@Hindsight Studios. Or you can just type that in the search bar to find us. And that's probably the easiest way how to get in touch with us and to find us as well. Until next week, thank you so much for listening.
See you.
Bye-bye.